Look up. That warm light on your face right now, it left the surface of the sun over 8 minutes ago. So here's a strange thought. If the sun simply switched off this instant, you wouldn't even know it yet. And it would only need to vanish for a single day to change our world forever. For 8 minutes and 20 seconds, everything stays perfectly normal. The last sunbeams the sun ever sent are still racing toward us across 93 million miles of empty space. Children keep playing. Traffic keeps moving. Nobody looks up. It's the calmest catastrophe you could imagine. Then, at the 8-minute mark, it happens all at once. Noon turns to midnight. The sky doesn't fade. It snaps to black. And look closer. The moon vanishes too, because it was never glowing on its own. It was only ever a mirror for sunlight that no longer exists. But the light is only half the story. Gravity travels at the exact same speed as light, and it just cut out too. For your entire life, the sun has been reeling Earth in, curving our path into a gentle circle. With that leash gone, Earth stops turning corners. In an instant, our planet flies off in a dead straight line at 67,000 miles an hour. And here's the eerie part. You'd feel absolutely nothing. No jolt, no lurch, no sensation of speed. The ground, the oceans, the air, and you are all flung outward together in perfect free fall. The most violent redirection in our planet's history would pass by without spilling a single cup of coffee. The real enemy arrives quietly. The cold. Contrary to the movies, Earth wouldn't flash freeze in an afternoon. Our oceans and thick atmosphere are enormous heat reservoirs. But the drop begins immediately, and the places already in night, already in winter, feel the bite first. Down on the streets, this is where it gets truly human. Imagine every city on the daylight side going dark at once, mid-lunch, mid-meeting, mid-sentence. Power grids strain as the whole planet reaches for a light switch. The panic wouldn't be about the science. It would be about a sky that was never supposed to be able to turn off. For the natural world, one day is oddly survivable. Plants simply pause. Photosynthesis stops, but a single missed day barely registers to a forest. Animals, though, are baffled. Birds fall silent. Nocturnal creatures wander out at what should be lunchtime, confused by a night that came far too early. Meanwhile, far above the chaos, Earth is quietly running away from home. Moving in that straight line, hour after hour, our planet drifts steadily off its old path. By the time the day is done, we'll have strayed more than 1.5 million miles from where we were supposed to be. 24 hours in, the thermometer tells the story. Global average temperatures have already slid several degrees. The tropics, cushioned by warm seas, hold on. But the heartland continents and the poles are plunging fast. A preview of a frozen world we're lucky enough to only be visiting. And then, exactly one day later, the sun blinks back on. But even its return isn't instant. That first restored sunbeam and the sudden snap of gravity both have to sprint across 93 million miles all over again. For 8 more minutes, we wait in the dark, not yet knowing we've been saved. Gravity grabs hold of us once more. But here's the twist nobody expects. We're not where we used to be. The sun reaches out and catches a planet that spent a full day sailing off in the wrong direction. It pulls us back, but onto a new, more stretched out orbit. One missing day, and our path around the sun is permanently rewritten. What does that new orbit mean for us? Probably not the end of the world. Earth would almost certainly stay inside the life-friendly zone. But our seasons would shift. Some years would run a little colder, a little longer. It's a scar you'd never see in the sky, and yet it would ride along with us for millions of years. The deeper wound, though, might be in us. Humanity would step back into the sunlight fundamentally changed. We'd have learned, in the most visceral way possible, that the one thing we never questioned, the sun rising, is not actually a promise. It's just a habit the universe happens to keep. Because that's what this thought experiment really exposes. Everything, our warmth, our light, the very shape of our journey through space, hangs on a single, ordinary-looking star we almost never think about. We don't orbit the sun because we chose to. We orbit it because every single second it refuses to let us go. One day, that's all it would take to knock us onto a different orbit forever. So here's the real question worth arguing about. If it actually happened, what do you think ends us first? The freezing dark, or the sheer panic of a world that watched the sun disappear? Tell me down in the comments. And if you made it this far, you already know what to do next.